the scent of spring brings a new season, a clean slate, and a hope for a deep October. Expectations? Limitless. Opportunities? Endless.
Curly W is in the books.
But a season can turn ugly fast.
Oh, Trey Turner out of this game.
On May 24th, 2019, nobody could have predicted the outcome of the Washington Nationals season. They had a lineup decimated by injuries. 19-31. Postseason odds at 22%.
These guys don't quit and they play hard, but we got to play better.
And what was once hope springs eternal reared its head in frustration.
Things are going to change, right? And I know that, so we just got to keep pounding away.
The numbers 19 and 31 will never be forgotten.
We're not out of it, that's for sure. I can tell you that right
now. Those numbers would be etched in stone after one of the most unexpected comebacks in the history of sports.
Parra, well hit. Every one of his hits have meant something.
There's good players in that clubhouse, really good players, and we'll turn things around.
Fighting until the last out.
Kurt Suzuki, see you later! Unbelievable.
Going 1-0 every day.
We need to go 1-0. It's important.
And the Washington Nationals have knocked down a heavyweight.
Staying in the fight.
Often bumpy roads leads to beautiful places, and this is a beautiful place.
There will be a World Series in D.C.
Washington Nationals are world champions. From the depths of a forgettable 19-31 start, they have climbed to the top of baseball's highest peak.
This is the story of the Nationals' improbable season.
The calendar turns to October, and we turn our attention to postseason baseball.
Playoff baseball is just such a different baseball than the regular season because all the adrenaline and all the senses just feel heightened.
Well, I've been here for every home game that's ever been played in this park, so I've got a good feel for how loud it was. It was louder than I've ever heard any ballpark in my career in a baseball field.
Oh man, it was insane. It was probably one of the loudest baseball events I've played in, and it was electric, man. It was cool to see the stadium and the whole atmosphere there. It gave you so much energy and adrenaline. It was awesome.
Nationals pitcher Aaron Barrett was awarded the chance to throw out a ceremonial first pitch to really honor him for his great comeback to reach the big leagues from 2 severe arm injuries.
Today, I want to recognize a winner on our team. You've been an inspiration to me, brother. Inspiration to the coaches and to these players.
Davey called me in the office and presented the idea that learners they wanted me to throw out the first pitch, and at first I was just like in shock.
It's an honor that I got to manage you, but it's more of an honor to tell you going back to the big leagues.
Let's go!
Just one of the feel-good stories of the season.
4 years in the making, all the hard work. What an inspiration to this team.
And look at the bend on that breaking ball for his first strikeout.
Congratulations to Aaron Barrett for his first strikeout upon his amazing return to the big leagues.
It's such a big deal. There's so many people deserving to throw out a first pitch in a postseason game. And I just wanted to make sure that, I wasn't taking an opportunity away from somebody else. And the first thing I thought was, if there's something that I can bring to this team, I can take that crowd, really get it fired up, and take that electric atmosphere and try to give the crowd to the guys and really get this place rocking.
And catching his pitch is Harrisburg Senators manager, Matt LeCroy.
give me the opportunity to do that. It was just a special moment that I'll never forget.
After playing 162 games, the fate of the national season came down to just one.
Well, there we are in the elimination game. Wasn't a series, just a one game for it all to stay alive with a wild card. And the Brewers hit a couple of home runs in the first 2 innings.
Josmani Grandal to right and well hit. That ball is out of here. A first inning 2-run shot. And they are stunned here in D.C. And this is Eric Baines, who launches to right center field. And the Brewers have a 3-0 lead.
Facing a 3-run deficit, the energy brewing inside Nationals Park began to dwindle. Washington was down, but not out.
Yeah, we were struggling a little bit offensively in the first few innings.
Wild card game here in the nation's capital. 3-0 Milwaukee, third inning. The 2-2 pitch to Turner is launched to left center field. This one is well hit. It's way back there. It may go, and it is gone.
Trey Turner gets the Nationals on the board.
It was nice to kind of punch back and, give us the confidence to keep fighting, and it was a hard-fought game.
He's gotten hero for the third time tonight. He walks a couple, but they don't hurt him.
Down 3-1 in the 6th inning, it was time for Washington to implement their pitching strategy that would carry them through the postseason. For Davey Martinez, that meant stacking the pitcher's mound with the 2 strongest arms they had.
It was possibly the last game of the season. We weren't going to leave any of our star players on the sidelines watching the game.
Steven Strasburg, as Davey Martinez told us, would be available tonight in a relief role.
It was all hands on deck.
It was all hands on deck. We had meetings with the relievers. We had meetings with both Strauss and Corbin. They were going to do whatever it took to help us win.
Here's uncharted territory for Steven Strasburg, on in relief for the first time in his career.
It was a little nerve-wracking, to be honest. I knew I was coming out of the bullpen, something I've never done before.
3-1. Winner goes on to play the Los Angeles Dodgers.
3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a curveball.
That was kind of the difference in this postseason. Those guys were so selfless. You saw Strauss do it in the wild card game. You saw Patrick do it multiple times, and then Max doing it as well. Those guys are aces, and they don't need to do that, but they did.
Swing and a miss on a changeup. And Strasburg sets him down in the 6th inning in his first big league relief appearance.
What Steven did that game, it was some kind of special.
Did he go? Yes, he did.
It was not out of his norm, but that just adds to the fact of how professional these guys are and how much they just really wanted to win.
You get to the end of the game there, and everything changed real fast.
Washington's plan had worked. Strasburg pitched 3 shutout innings, keeping the lead within reach for the offense. But time was running out.
The Nationals were in a precarious position. You're down in the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-1, and they have Josh Hader on the mound. Most of the time, a lights-out closer for the Brewers. Michael Taylor gets hit by a pitch as a pinch hitter.
3-2, and he hit him. Or did he? Randall ran down there as if that had hit the bat.
A call that could have gone either way. It looked like it hit his hand, the bat, almost at the same time. The call went the way of the Nationals, and he was able to get to first base.
Swing and a foul tip held by Grandal.
After Trey Turner struck out, Ryan Zimmerman sent up as a pinch hitter for Adam Eaton, a broken bat loop hit.
Shattered his bat on the 2-1. That blooper is going to fall.
Nationals runners move up on a wild pitch, unbelievably, and then they walk Anthony Rendon to get to Juan Soto.
You want to do the wild card where Soto gets the hit?
Yeah.
Because it'd be hard for me to, you might want me to scoot back because I'm probably going to get physical. It's your call. I'm just telling you how I am when I tell stories. Because when I start telling stories, that's usually what happens, and I'm really loud. Now we're bases loaded in a 2-run game in this wild card. Place is going crazy.
Everybody on their feet here at Nationals Park.
It makes me think about the moment. You try to picture where you were.
What I remember is how loud it was when the actual play happened.
Down in that situation, with all the heartbreaks that we've had at Nats Park, when Juan was up at bat, I couldn't even watch it. I was looking at Zook, just telling him, please let Juan get a hit.
I think we all believed that something was going to happen.
You could just feel the energy kind of building in the stadium. You could feel something big was about to happen.
I was thinking he's going to try to throw me the fastball. He liked to throw the fastball.
3-1 Brewers lead. Tying run is out at second base.
You know, we have the great Juan Soto at the bat. We believe that, you know what, we're going to do this.
I just think get a base hit to the middle. Get a ground ball. They give me a huge hole to the middle. So I just thinking just get on top of the ball and tie the game.
Well, as soon as he hit it, my first thought was tie the game.
We were excited that we got the hit and we knew we were going to score at least one.
So I was like, yes, we got a chance. We're going to tie this thing up.
That'll score two as the ball gets away from Grisham and right.
I didn't see the ball bounce past. I just heard everybody screaming, and I looked and I saw Rendon rounding third. I was like, wait, what just happened?
Where I sit, I'm kind of blocked by the railings of the Nats dugout. The crowd's going wild and all that, and I can't understand why are they still running around the bases on a single.
Trent Grisham thought maybe he had to play at the plate instead of just getting in front of the ball to play it. He tried to scoop it while charging. The ball took a bad hop.
I just thinking, run, run, run.
I'm sending Stevenson. Let's go, let's go. Tony Rendon is going first to third. Now, Tony on a first to third. Tony's going first to third. And as he's approaching me, I am now waving with all I got. Come on, Tony, come on. Come on, Tony.
And the Washington Nationals have the lead. They got Soto hung up. They tag him out, but nobody in this joint cares.
And I'm just looking around like, we're winning. We're not tied. We're winning. We went from losing to tied to now we're winning.
It just seemed like that game, everything was kind of going Milwaukee's way.
I think it was one of those things where we had the right guy up at the right time.
And we just kind of needed just a little bit of something to kind of to go the Nats' way.
We never give up. We always keep positive and keep playing baseball.
That was our guys in a nutshell. When we were down, it was almost like we were better off. I don't know if it relaxed us. I don't know what it did, but late in the game, we seemed to come alive.
That was one of the craziest moments in baseball I've ever experienced.
One of the most professional at-bats I've ever seen in my career.
The crowd, I mean, it was electric.
You could just still hear the absolute madness, beer being thrown in the air, people just in sure shock.
I'm standing there watching this whole thing happen, and I was going to pitch the ninth inning regardless of the score.
Interesting, Daniel Hudson up for the Nationals, closed a lot in September.
It's been kind of a long inning. Now all of a sudden there's 3 outs, and I haven't thrown a pitch in 4 or 5 minutes. I said, all right, let's go get 3 outs and go to the DS.
Huddy went out there and pretty much dominated that last half inning, so it was 3, 2, 1, and then just hold your breath till that last one.
That one hit in the air into deep center.
Swinging a fly ball center field. Robles going back, still back there.
Robles back.
He makes the catch. He makes the catch. He makes the catch.
And the Washington Nationals are LA bound.
The day of the fight. The fight is not ended.
For Nationals fans, winning the wild card provided a long-awaited sense of relief.
We saw kind of, exercising a lot of demons. You could see the release of the tensions of all the 43,000 people in the stands.
The fight, good luck in LA. We'll see you when you get back.
It was just total elation.
Go Nats! Go Nats! From 19-31, a 4-game sweep in New York, to a 2-game sweep in Atlanta, a 7-run comeback, a wild card series win. I'm so proud of this team, man. I'm so proud of this team.
It was like 1 down, now we got to keep going. We got past the wild card game, let's move on to the division series and see what happens there.
We felt all along that the Nationals
matchup with any team in the National League. Now that gets put to the test.
We obviously knew we were playing a team that just had won 167 games. They're playing well. But, we had momentum for sure.
We had an amazing run from about the first part of June on.
We just had to take care of us. We knew, if we played our kind of baseball, that we'd go out there and compete. That's what we did. Right now we're playing for one game. My message has always been clear, but now it means more than ever. We need to go 1-0. It's important, especially to win that first game tomorrow of a series, and then go from there. Feel pretty confident. Pat's ready to go, so let's focus on just winning the game tomorrow.
Even though Los Angeles had dominated the regular season, they were a familiar foe for Washington.
It wasn't the first time we've been in the postseason with the Dodgers. There've been many times before where we won a division or got to the divisional series, and it just didn't happen.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are headed to Chicago.
When we traveled there, we knew, just stacking up against them, they were a hell of a team. We played them in the regular season. We split with them in LA, so, we felt good about going in there.
In the opener of this best-of-5, couple of 14-game winners, Walker Buehler goes for the Dodgers. The left-hander, Patrick Corbin, gets the start for the Washington Nationals. Y'all ready for the start of the NLDS? We are too. First pitch on the way. 4-pitch walk. So the Dodgers haven't put the ball in play, but they've got a first-inning rally, first and second with 2 out.
We kind of let the first inning speed up on us a little bit.
And the ball gets away from Yan Gomes. Runners move up 90 feet. 3-2 pitch to Taylor. They are loaded.
Going into starting game 1, there's already a lot of pressure going into it. It's the first one in a while for the Nats.
It's a 1-0 game.
We got that pitch count already up to 28 to Corbin in the first inning.
Being able to throw that many pitches, get out of that first inning, still keep us in the ball game, even though it's that early in the game, was something I was trying to do.
Once we let ourselves enjoy the game a little bit more, we definitely buckled down and did a better job at it.
After overcoming an eventful first inning, Corbin settled in and struck out 9 Dodgers over 6 innings.
Was able to get through and keep us close, and with our offense, I knew we still had a chance.
But the momentum that Los Angeles gained during the regular season showed no signs of stopping.
On the ground and past Kendrick into right. Bellinger will score.
It's a tough place to play and a tough place to win, and it's a good baseball team. 106 wins in a season doesn't come by accident. They were a great team.
Line drive, right field, base hit. 2 runs are going to score, and it is a 4-0 game.
And this crowd's going crazy here in Los Angeles.
The Dodgers add to their lead.
Strike 3 called over the inside corner, and this one is over. The Dodgers take game 1 of the best-of-5 series, and they shut out the Nationals in the opening game.
For my first experience out there, it was something I'll always remember and learn from.
The reason why we're here is because they play together as a team, and it takes a whole team to win. It's not going to take just one individual. They all just got to go out there and play their game.
Growing up in San Diego, you get a taste of the Dodgers fans and how unruly they can be at times. You kind of go into it looking forward to it and knowing that it's going to be a hostile environment. You just got to focus on what you can control, focus on the task at hand.
Following game 1, the Dodgers knew they had momentum on their side.
The Nationals are here, and they need to have a better effort tonight. And as they talked about, maybe play a little looser, have some fun, and they can come out and get to a good start.
What they didn't know was that Washington played their best when their backs were against the wall.
Kershaw with the bases loaded. Well hit, base hit into left. Turner will score, and the bases remain loaded as the Nats break out on top. Base hit left center field. Robles has great speed. He will score easily. Adam Eaton with his first hit of this postseason, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
Well, in Game 2 of the division series in LA, the Nationals gave Steven Strasburg a 3-0 lead in the first 2 innings to work with. And he was brilliant over 6 innings.
And Chuck Peterson goes down swinging.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
With that lineup, they can really make you hurt on good pitches throughout the course of the game. So you just got to stay on your toes.
Steven Strasburg had his terrific curveball. I mean, he was getting strikeouts, swings and misses on that pitch. And it was a dominating performance, right in line with what he's done his entire career in postseason play.
Swing and a miss. Steven Strasburg with his 9th strikeout of the night.
Foul tip changeup back into the glove of Suzuki. Steven Strasburg has strikeout number 10. 3rd time he has fanned double digits in a postseason game.
Gave up just a run on 3 hits. He struck out 10 and walked none. Everybody wondered how he'd come back from pitching 3 innings in the wild card game. He was sensational.
85 pitches for Strasburg on 2 days rest.
He did everything they could have asked for.
Strasburg dazzled in his first postseason start of the year, but as he reached the end of his pitch count, it was all hands on deck again.
Sean Doolittle pitched the 7th.
Second strikeout by Doolittle.
But the Dodgers didn't think that Max Scherzer was next out of the bullpen.
Now you see Max Scherzer down in the bullpen. You get the feeling it's a case where he comes in and throws 15 pitches.
Breaking news, Max Scherzer is beginning to warm in the Nationals bullpen.
No, they have to win to head back to Washington 1-1. It's all hands on deck.
He was lights out in the 8th inning. He struck out the side.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, struck him out.
Scherzer to Taylor, and that's back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th.
Swing and a miss, struck him out with a cutter, and that retires the side. Max Scherzer out of the bullpen in the 8th inning, strikes out the side.
14 pitches, 11 strikes, sending the game to the 9th inning.
Dodgers lead from every base.
And Daniel Hudson survived a tightrope walk in the bottom of the 9th.
Seager waits and strikes out. Daniel Hudson got him with the bases loaded, and the series is tied.
Prior to 2019, Nationals Park hosted 4 divisional series.
I loved the energy in the ballpark yesterday.
3 of which resulted in Game 5 losses.
We love the fans, and they supported us since we've gotten here. The people who are there, night in and night out, they're as passionate and rabid of baseball fans as anybody around.
As the ghosts of playoffs past circled the ballpark, the 43,000 in attendance weren't fazed. They were ready to witness history.
This narrative that the Nats fans don't care, it's not a baseball town, is garbage.
DC waited 14 years to get over the hump to advance to the elusive NLCS. Now was their chance.
I was just hoping we'd make the playoffs. We made the playoffs, we won that first game. Let's make a good show out there. Hopefully we can pull it off. But confidence is starting to build that maybe this is something really special. Maybe this is our year. Maybe this is that special team we've all been dreaming of.
From Nationals Park, the site of Game 3 of the NLDS, took the Nats everything they had to steal a game on the road in Game 2, and now they have a chance to take a 2-1 series advantage here at home.
2019 National League Division Series, key Game 3 in this best-of-5.
As Washington looked to take a lead in the series, they turned to a pitcher who quietly commanded the mound in 2019.
Everybody talks about the big 3 that we have. You could mention Anibal as being one of the big 4 because he was really good this year for us, really good, especially down the stretch.
Strikeout number 9, and down he goes. Strikeout number 6 for Sanchez.
I'm excited, he's excited, and hopefully he goes out there and pitches like he's been pitching.
Another looping off-speed pitch. That ball is hammered to center. Back toward that wall and out of here.
Bang! Soon go the
Washington's defense held back Los Angeles for much of the contest. A disastrous 6th inning turned Nationals Park on its head.
Into left center field. Watch this ball. It's off the wall. That's going to score 2. And the Dodgers have claimed the lead.
Hannibal was at 87 pitches. He gave us what we had. We were at a good spot in the lineup where Corbin could get through it.
Well hit again to left. Back to the track, and that is off the wall. The Dodgers will score 2 more, and the 2-out rally continues.
He went out there, gave us everything he had. He looked at me in the eye after he came out and says, "I'll be ready tomorrow." That's the kind of guys we got on this team.
And that is a 2-1 series lead for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
We got to put this one behind us right now. Come back tomorrow. I've told the boys that we stayed in the fight all year. Let's stay in the fight tomorrow, and let's get ready to go to LA.
As Game 4 loomed, the Nationals found themselves facing elimination for the 2nd time. But in the clubhouse, it was just business as usual.
Everybody talks about a series in these playoffs. You're really playing a 1-game series every night.
A nasty pitch for Scherzer to get strikeout number 2.
I think it's how he handled going into elimination games.
In the air to left, pretty well hit. Soto goes back, and that ball is gone.
We really never think we're out of a game, and going into playing LA, kind of put our backs against the wall.
Curveball hit in the air to left center field. This is deep. Beatty going back. Near the wall, he'll make the catch. Taylor will tag at third. He'll come in to score the tying run.
Rendon knocks in another run.
The beautiful thing about our guys is that they're all in.
Swing and a miss with a grunt. He pulled away at 97 miles an hour.
They want to play, and they're ready to do anything to win.
Into left field, that's going to fall for a hit. Turner around third, and the Nats have got the lead.
In a win-or-go-home situation with only a 1-run lead, the Nationals were comfortable where they were. After all, they had been here before.
Just seeing how calm and collected we were, that was something really special, and I think that just showed the friendship and the love that we had together as a team.
But if anyone in Nationals Park needed reassurance, it was about to come off the bat of Mr. National.
Dave Martinez sticking with Ryan Zimmerman right here, the guy that's come up with a lot of big hits and a lot of big situations for this franchise.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman, the pride of the University of Virginia, the 4th overall pick by the Nationals, and the first ever Washington draftee signee. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
Sim swings and drives one to deep center field. Way back goes Bellinger to the warning track, to the wall. It is gone!
A legendary Nat with a legendary moment.
You're just waiting for it to come down. Is it going to have enough steam to get over the fence?
Ryan Zimmerman, a 3-run shot.
He's had more clutch hits than obviously anybody in the history of the Washington Nationals, and put that one right up at the top of the list.
The Nationals 5 and the Dodgers 1.
What a moment it was. Somehow gets on top of this 96-mile-an-hour fastball and takes it out over the center field wall, bringing the house down at Nationals Park, blowing the game open.
The outpouring of emotion in the crowd was truly memorable, and it almost blew our earphones off. That was the moment that really gave the Nationals a big cushion, and you got the feeling that they were going to go back to LA for a Game 5.
They go on to win 6-1 and even the series at 2-2.
Hudson to the bounce.
Fly ball right field by Will Smith. Adam Eaton squeezes it. We've got ourselves a Game 5.
Big hit. I can't say enough about this team. Max obviously went out there and did more than we could ask, and just to be healthy and be back and being able to contribute however I can, fitting for this year. Why not? These are things you don't forget.
You don't need to videotape me. I'm the last of everyone's worry when you videotape me. There's more important players, some good ones that are coming out. Hey, look. This is my claim to fame. This is all I got to put my hat on at the end of the day. I got some video time, and you got to go in front of it.
For Game 5, Los Angeles and Washington each turned to their Cy Young candidate-arms. Walker Buehler, who pitched a 6-inning gem to shut out the Nats in Game 1.
Game 1 was spectacular. 6 innings, 8 Ks, only 1 hit.
And Steven Strasburg, who was preparing to take the mound for the 3rd time in 9 days.
You came along rather late in Strasburg's evolution, but for what he's done this year, is it just being healthy that has a lot to do with how good a year he's had?
He's definitely worked really hard to keep himself healthy, and that's a testament to just who he is. Every day he wants to get better, and he's proved that this year. We've been through this since May 24th. We've been playing playoff games since May 24th. I did tell him, I said, look, I packed a lot of clothes in my suitcase, so I don't want to pack for nothing, so let's keep it going.
Well, the Nationals are facing elimination for the 3rd time in 8 days.
You know, a couple of the games weren't pretty for us. We tried to just, throw those 4 games away and go and play that 5th game like there's no games left to be played.
Talking with Davey Martinez, she said, let's not focus on any of the Game 5 history for the Nationals. How about what our ball club has done all season long? We won the wild card game. We won Game 4 to force a Game 5. So let's do it again tonight. Go 1-0.
In the opening frame, Walker Buehler kept the Nationals' offense at bay, putting up his first of 5 scoreless innings of the night.
And Turner goes down swinging. Ball and a strike to Eaton, who hits it right on the ground in the air to right center field, and Peterson goes back to the track and makes the play.
Strasburg's start didn't go as smoothly.
In the air to right center field.
Back goes Adam Eaton to the warning track, to the wall.
No chance, 2-run homer. Dodgers on top in the bottom of the 1st.
In the 2nd, the Nationals' promising at-bats were once again stifled.
And that ball is caught by Kike Hernandez.
And Kike Hernandez would follow up his impressive defensive play.
In the air by Kike Hernandez.
With a tape measure home run to center field.
And that ball is gone.
Let's go Nats! Let's go Nats! Let's go Nats!
By Buehler in this series, and Soto slaps it to right field. Rendon around 3rd, and the Nats are on the board.
Los Angeles was only 6 outs away from advancing to the NLCS, and backing up Buehler on the mound was 3-time Cy Young winner Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw begins the long walk from the Dodger bullpen.
We've always had such a tough time against Clayton. He's an amazing pitcher.
One of the best pitchers in baseball. I've seen him do it before against us. He did it to us in Game 5 here at Nats Park. He was out in the pen and closed it out.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are headed to Chicago.
Clayton Kershaw, 2 wins and a save. What a series.
You absolutely respect what he can do with baseball. It's just a testament to the competitor that he is.
They're going well. He's one of the best pitchers of all time. Hopefully our guys can put together good at-bats.
Kershaw's 1-0 to Rendon, swung on, hit in the air to deep left center field. Taylor going back, warning track at the wall, he leaps, it is gone, goodbye!
Tony hits his home run. This is getting interesting now.
Rendon hit the ball out, and then Juan Soto followed with his home run.
Here's the pitch, he swings and belts one in deep right center field, way back, going, and gone! Goodbye!
We're all very superstitious creatures in this game of baseball. I actually went into the tunnel, and I remember Rendon hit his homer, and I peeked my head out, and I'm like, what just happened? Like, home run. And like, go back inside. Next thing you know, Soto hits a bomb, and I'm still in the tunnel. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
The Nationals dugout goes wild. He has tied this game.
When I see Rendon hit a homer, I was like, all right, and now it's my turn.
And Dave Roberts on his way to the mound. The Nationals have hit back-to-back home runs off Kershaw.
When you get in those games like that, and in those moments, nothing really surprises me. We have to be ready for anything, but what a bomb.
because I struck out there with the two guys on. And the inning before gave Kershaw a lot of confidence to throw the ball over the plate, and those boys made him pay, which was awesome.
It was just a feeling that, you know, we were going to come back and get him. It was surreal, almost like, okay, we tied it up, boys. Now we got to finish this off.
And you just had that feeling that this is going to be our night. It wasn't going to stop here.
I think there were a lot of Nationals fans that felt like, given the comebacks, given everything that this team had come through, that you get to extra innings and something good is going to happen.
The Nationals, with the heart of their order coming up, found themselves an inning away from history.
And it sails outside. The leadoff hitter is on. In the air to left field. Taylor goes back. It's off the wall. They will be at second and third.
You got to walk Soto right here. This is not the guy you can let beat you.
After having Juan Soto intentionally walked in front of him.
And it's Howie Kendrick who steps in.
I bet him stepping into the batter's box in that situation put a little extra chip on his shoulder.
And we all know for Howie that no moment's too big.
Swing a fly ball, center field deep. Bellinger going back. To the warning track, to the wall. It's a grand slam.
Howie Kendrick with a 10th inning grand slam.
Wow.
I was in shock. I was like, I can't believe he just hit a grand slam.
I was sitting in the studio and literally jumped out of my seat, both hands thrusted to the sky, and I said, he got the whole village.
He got the whole village. He got the whole village.
I'm paralyzed right now.
They're going crazy in the Nationals dugout.
The former Dodger breaking hearts in Los Angeles.
As that series started, you just kind of felt for him a little bit.
You know, everybody's making this big deal out of Howie. You know, he's having a rough series in this, but it's just how you respond to it.
He came through in the biggest possible way that he could. And I think that's just what everybody did. Everybody picked each other up. Everybody had a moment. And there wasn't one guy that, you know, carried us all the way through. It was a complete team.
Got to give this Nats offense a lot of credit. They have battled.
To be able to come up with a hit like that, you know, I've dreamed about that since I was a kid.
The Nationals 7, the Dodgers 3. Do you believe it?
No, there's no greater feeling. It's the greatest moment of my career. I still talk about that to this day. I still get goosebumps about it.
Long look in, Doolittle is ready. 1 ball, 1 strike on Justin Turner. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball, shallow center.
Behind second, and that is going to be caught by Michael A. Taylor. And the Washington Nationals have knocked out a heavyweight. They beat the Dodgers in Game 5.
My body was just filled with joy, not just for the Washington Nationals, but also for Howie Kendrick, one of the most well-respected professionals of our game.
To be able to progress to the next round, which we hadn't done ever, you know, it was really cool.
The Nationals overcame a deficit in a hostile environment against a really difficult pitcher and found themselves, for the first time ever in team history, moving on past the Division Series round. And it will be cemented in Nationals history for the rest of the time.
So proud of you guys. On 3, let it ride. 1, 2, 3.
After knocking out the heavyweights in LA, the Nationals turned their attention to St. Louis.
We had a whole lot of confidence going into that series after the LA series. We were fired up, our offense was rolling, our pitching was pitching well.
Cardinals were coming off a real high. They scored double-digit runs in the first inning in Game 5 at Atlanta, so they came into the series with a ton of momentum.
As the National League Championship Series started for the Nats in St. Louis, so did dominant pitching.
Anibal Sanchez got the nod for Game 1. Facing a hard-hitting lineup on the Cardinals' home turf was no easy task. But Sanchez wasn't fazed.
We say, okay, tomorrow has to be a good day, because probably it's going to be the day they're going to define how the series is going to be.
It is new territory for a Washington Nationals franchise about to play in Game 1 of the National League Championship Series.
Opening a series in a tough ballpark for us to win historically in St. Louis was huge.
Gosh, in all the years I've been with the ball club, I remember maybe twice, 3 times at the most, the Nats have gone into Busch Stadium and won a series.
We were figuring after that first game, steal that first game, and we'd be in good shape. And we were expecting, Sanchez to give us a good, solid outing like he always did.
Anibal is a veteran pitch in his game, and he knows what it takes to get him through a game.
I know how to be strong, especially because St. Louis beat Atlanta. They hit it like on the first inning, a lot of hits. They scored a lot of runs. I think they pumping up after that game, and I said, okay, I need to do something to keep those guys out of balance.
The Cardinals have Anibal Sanchez to face tonight.
So when the game starts, I know those guys, how they can hit and how strong they are. So I just try to execute every pitch down a way I know it's going to help me to, follow all the rest of the lineup.
It's a little half swing, and he goes. Swinging a ground ball right side toward the hole. Swinging a high pop-up. Adam Eaton will make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Anibal Sanchez. Going to bring up Yan Gomes with 2 out, a runner at second. And that ball's ripped into the gap left center field. Yan Gomes is going to send this one on one hop off the wall. Kendrick will score, and it is Yan Gomes who delivers the first run of the NLCS.
Working with a 1-run lead, Sanchez started to pick apart the Cardinals lineup.
Sanchez with an 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Swing and a miss. Down he goes on the high fastball. 9 straight over 3 innings for Anibal Sanchez.
He took it to the next level, man. He was masterful. He was in total command, controlling bat speed and swings, and had command of 4 quadrants with 4 pitches, and just threw a masterpiece.
That was hands down one of the coolest games I've ever got to catch, because us being so in sync and anything that he wanted to do, or however he wanted to throw that pitch, he was doing exactly what he wanted to do.
Change of speed, change of movement. When he's got him working, it's magic.
As you're watching the game unfold, you don't really think of Sanchez as maybe going to be able to throw a complete game, but he hasn't given up a hit through 4, 5, 6 innings, and you start to allow yourself to think that maybe you're going to see some history.
A wind up in the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a cutter to the outside.
And Anibal Sanchez has held the Cardinals hitless through 6.
Molina sets up to the outside, the 1-0. Swing a line drive, center field, base hit. Eaton will score. 2-0 Nationals. Kendrick delivers the clutch 2-out hit.
When I came to the 8th inning, the leadoff guy put in 3-2 count.
Anibal Sanchez takes the mound at the bottom of the 8th inning. He has been near perfect. He'll face Tommy Edman, the right fielder.
It was a pitch we were going in, and if we want to count it as a mistake, it was the one pitch that kind of came back up middle.
And a swing.
I know he smoked it. I looked over, and you see him just like laid out.
Here's a swing and a line drive. Gone by a diving Ryan Zimmerman to his right. What a catch! Oh my goodness!
When that play happened, it went in my mind. I'm like, oh man, this is like, we literally might, complete this game here.
Zimmerman makes the diving catch on the line drive, and in your mind you're going, oh my goodness, that he might be able to go the distance and be the 3rd ever to throw a postseason no-hitter.
Hit single for Martinez is the first hit of the game for St. Louis.
What an amazing game for him, facing a good caliber ball club, good hitting team. Man, he just shut the door down. It was awesome.
Unfortunately, we gave up that hit, but that was definitely a tone setter, and it showed throughout the series.
As Sanchez exited, the final 4 outs were in the hands of the bullpen, missing the late inning arm of Daniel Hudson.
Daniel Hudson is on paternity leave, his wife giving birth to their 3rd child this morning.
My wife's due date was always, right around October 14th, 15th, something like that. We go on that run in August or September, and it's looking like we're going to get a wild card. It starts creeping in the back of your mind, hey, if we get to this point, we probably need to have a conversation about if we can kind of try to schedule something. And we tried to get it scheduled to where I wouldn't have to miss game 1, but, you plan these things and it just doesn't work out.
I told him, I said, hey, it's a big moment for you and your wife and your other kids. So be there for the birth and take your time. I said, we'll be fine.
He's been an incredible addition for us, a stabilizing force at the back end of games. We're very lucky to have him, and the mood of the guys in the bullpen, we really wanted to find a way to pick him up.
And that's exactly what Doolittle did, tossing a 4-out save to seal the Game 1 win.
Now the kick in the 2-2 pitch. He struck him out at a National League Championship Series Game 1. Curly W is in the books for the first time ever.
When Davey says family first, he means it. When he said, let's go 1-0 today throughout the second 2/3 of the season, that's really what he believed. His positivity is what got the Nats to that point. They did absolutely the right thing by allowing Daniel to go home for the birth of his baby. And I think that speaks volumes about the way the entire Nationals organization, and especially the skipper Davey, approached that whole situation.
I'm really thankful for the Nationals organization, being 100% behind me. I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to support me as well.
It felt really good to be able to seal it and pick him up.
After Sanchez's dominant start in Game 1 and Scherzer getting the ball in Game 2, it seemed history was primed to repeat itself.
6 years earlier, Sanchez and Scherzer are pitching on the staff of the Detroit Tigers in the postseason as teammates.
I was aware of the history that Sanchez took a no-hit bid into the 7th inning at Fenway Park in 2013 for the Tigers. The guy who pitched the next day was Max Scherzer, and Scherzer also took a no-hit bid into the 6th inning in that game, and coincidentally Scherzer was pitching in Game 2 for the Nationals.
It's Game 2 of the National League Championship Series. Max Scherzer goes for the Nationals, Adam Wainwright for the Cardinals.
We had just played in St. Louis in September, so I was familiar with their lineup and what they could do, and you want to face guys who have been in that situation and succeeded, and you want to beat them.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out.
The Cardinals starting lineup in this series now 0 for 33 to start it.
Michael Taylor batting 8th of the order will lead off as they head to the second time through against right-hander Adam Wainwright.
And a swing and a high drive to left field, well hit. To the wall, looking up, and there it goes! Michael Taylor drops one into the left field seats for his 3rd career postseason home run. The Nationals are on the board. 1-0. Max winds and fires. Swing and a miss. Blew him away with a grunt and a fastball.
And Fowler waves and misses. No chance. Scherzer has the Cardinals on lockdown.
You're thinking, well, there's no way it's going to happen again, and all of a sudden, the shadows are going, and Max is mowing him down.
Here comes Max. Swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup.
Strike 3 called at the knees. Fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over.
Lo and behold, he takes a no-hitter into the 7th inning before giving up a hit.
1 ball, 1 strike. Goldschmidt in the air left field. It's a hot one. It's down. And Goldschmidt breaks up the no-hitter.
In those moments, it's just great to be competitive and go out there and face the best. And you want to do everything you can to have success.
He was out there on every pitch, giving it what he had. He emptied the tank by the time he came out of the ball game. It was a pretty typical big game Max Scherzer performance.
Scherzer finished the day with 7 scoreless innings and 11 strikeouts.
And Eaton on the ground. That is past Goldschmidt. Adams will score. Here comes Turner, and Turner is in.
With a 3-0 lead, the bullpen took over for what turned out to be an eventful 8th inning.
A shot back up the middle. Doolittle hits the deck, and a base hit, just the second hit of the game. And in the air, center field, hit well. Taylor leaps, and he missed it. DeYoung in to score, and the door is open for the Cardinals.
The Nats headed to the final frame with a slim lead.
Coming out of the bullpen was a little different, but you want to pitch in these games, and whether it was one out or multiple innings, you just try to be available.
Ground ball right side, fielded by Dozier down to a knee. Throw to Zimmerman and one out here at the bottom of the ninth inning.
These are the last games of the season that mean the most, and this is what you play for.
The final 2 outs were left for Daniel Hudson, returning from the paternity list.
Hudson with an early flight from Phoenix into St. Louis this morning, and now will make his first appearance in the National League Championship Series.
I wasn't running on a lot of sleep, but you're pitching in the playoffs, you're pitching in NLCS. You're gonna get the adrenaline, and I had enough to get it done, and we were able to get the winning game too.
Pop up, foul territory, and Zimmerman is under it, and the Washington Nationals with a big old curly W on that one.
The Nationals will go back to Washington up 2-0.
Those are the games that people will remember for forever. Those games will be engraved in playoff history.
To go into a place where during the regular season the Nationals have never played well at all and win the first 2 games, that was huge. Absolutely huge.
We walked out after game 2 and we're up 2-0 going back to DC. The confidence was starting to grow. It's starting to really get pretty cool.
It's kind of nice going back up 2-0 in the series, but we still got a long way to go. My message after the game was still, hey, want to know every day.
In front of a capacity crowd, sold out Nationals Park in Washington, D.C.
The city was going wild at that point.
Steven Strasburg on the mound tonight.
The Nats come home after winning those games in St. Louis, and you've got Steven Strasburg. He had been great against the Dodgers. He had finished the regular season on a big-time roll. Game 3 was important for the Nats because if you win the first 2 games on the road and then you don't win 2 of the next 3 at home, you've given away your home field advantage. And Steven came up big.
Steven Strasburg, 2-0 in the postseason this year. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball, strike 3, call.
2-2, and down he goes. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out.
For the first time in the series, the offense erupted.
Swinging a ground ball toward the middle. It's by him for a base hit.
Bouncing ball, that's through, base hit. Robles will score. Rendon serves one to left. Ozuna in and out of his gloves, and Eaton scores.
Veteran Howie Kendrick once again came up big, recording a 2 RBI double in the 3rd.
That's going to get down, and 2 runs will score.
Then in the 5th, Kendrick plated another run, bringing his RBI total in the series to 4.
Howie Kendrick has done it again. He drives in his 3rd run of the game.
In total, the Nationals offense scored 8 runs off 11 hits.
Robles sends one deep, and it's gone! The Nationals pouring it on now.
Swing a line drive. It's 8-1, and they are delirious in Nationals Park.
In the playoffs, it's pitching number 1, it's pitching number 2, and maybe it's pitching number 3, and then you get enough offense to win games if you're getting that kind of pitching, and that's what Steven Strasburg gave his ball club.
Strasburg continued the streak of dominant starting pitching. He finished the day after 7 innings and 12 strikeouts.
Swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup. Steven Strasburg fans a dozen St. Louis Cardinals over 7 innings.
Steven, how fun was that hug from Parra in the dugout?
Not much of a hugger, but they kind of just surround me, so I just have to take it.
Fernando Rodney make his first appearance in the League Championship Series. There's strike 3 call.
He got him. Fernando Rodney fires that arrow. A swing and a miss. Another K. In the air left field. This is going to do it. And Nationals fans, your team is one win from a World Series.
With a Game 3 win in hand, the Nationals were in the driver's seat.
Davey, all season long you've told the team, we just have to go 1-0 today, 1-0 today. Do you allow yourself to start thinking, well, if we go 1-0 tomorrow, we're going to the World Series?
I have not thought about it yet. I'm worried about getting through tomorrow. Go 1-0 tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens then.
3-0, how does that feel? It feels good, but we haven't done anything yet, We're going to stick with what we've been doing for the last 4 or 5 months, which is just concentrate on the game that day.
The Nationals have a chance to pop the bubbly tonight.
The Nationals, suddenly a dominating team in the postseason, trying to wrap the series up here at home.
It is an amped-up crowd tonight, full of anticipation.
As the championship series reached Game 4, the Nationals the 3-0 lead. The atmosphere is electric. The crowd was wanting to see the Nationals complete a sweep of the Cardinals.
They look to continue an incredible stretch of starting pitching performances.
Patrick Corbin making his first start of the series.
Now they will send Patrick Corbin to the mound.
First-year Nat trying to pitch these Nationals to a World Series.
Corbin's road in the postseason to that point had been bumpy. But as Game 4 started, he returned to his early season form.
It's a shutout for Patrick Corbin.
I just remember feeling great going into it, was excited to get out there. We're up 3-0 in the series. I had to go out there, put up as many zeros as I can, try to pitch as deep as I can.
Patrick Corbin set the tone for Game 4.
He was lights out. He came out of the gate right at the start of the first inning, throwing fastballs at 95, 96 miles an hour.
And a strikeout to start the night for Patrick Corbin. And a swing and a miss, but that right by him.
The crowd was in a celebratory mood, knowing there was a chance to clinch the World Series spot.
Oh, he is amped up, just like this crowd.
He struck him out.
When he struck out the side, it just gave a jolt of energy, which to me carried over to the bottom of the first inning when the Nationals had that historic inning, putting 7 runs on the board.
What a start for Patrick Corbin and the Nationals. And there's a base hit. Right away, the Nationals put a man on.
Eaton swings and belts it into the gap in right center field. Sliding in without a play is Eaton with a double.
And a sacrifice fly from Rendon. 1-0 Washington. The Nats strike first here in Game 4. Soto down the line. That is slicing. That is fair.
Eaton scores. Juan Soto with the RBI double.
They wasted no time jumping on Cardinal starter Dakota Hudson.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman.
He turns on that one. Nice play at third by Edman. He goes to second.
The ball is dropped.
Everybody's safe.
Swing and a pop-up. Shallow right toward the line. And the ball drops.
The merry-go-round continues.
Swing and a base hit through the hole to left field. 2 runs batted in for Yan Gomes.
And a disaster for the Cardinals in the first inning.
And Dakota Hudson was out of the game, having given up 5 runs on only 15 pitches. They had 7 runs on the board before the first inning was over.
And that ball's down the left field line. Osuna's over, can't get it. This is going to score 2 more.
It's Washington 7, St. Louis nothing.
In your wildest imagination, you never imagined being able to score those 7 runs in the first inning. But at that point, there's still 24 outs to go. The countdown was on.
We jump out to a big lead, but it's still early. A lot of baseball left. So for me, you got to stay focused. You got to stay in the moment. Try not to get ahead of ourselves. It was nice to score those runs, but we knew we still had a lot of game left.
On the mound, Corbin did his part to move the game along as he kept the Cardinals guessing at the plate.
Corbin just had a dominant slider and was able to pile up strikeouts at a record rate.
Ozuna strikes out. A swing and a miss. That's number 6. 0-2 pitch. And he got him.
The Cardinals were all geared for trying to swing at sliders or avoid them, and they were swinging when the balls were in the catcher's glove. They were so late.
And that is 10 strikeouts in 4 innings for Patrick Corbin.
To have 10 strikeouts through 4 innings is a postseason first, and he was able to get the ball through the middle innings. In the 5th inning, the Cardinals made their charge.
And he just missed. Bader draws the walk, lead man on for the Cardinals. And that's through, base hit. Bader will turn and head to third. Bouncing ball, second base. This is going to bring in a run and an out at first base. Nice play by Kendrick. And that ball's hit well, right center field. It is off the wall. 2 runs are in on a double by Jose Martinez. 7-4 now.
But after they got a few runs on the board, he was able to get strikeouts 11 and 12 and finish off 5 innings, just really completing the theme of dominating starting pitching.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 12th strikeout for Patrick Corbin.
The Nats starters totally shut them down. I think the Nationals came within like 2 errors of shutting them out 3 of those 4 games of the series. If the playoffs are all about pitching, the Nationals proved it against St. Louis in the LCS.
Tanner Rainey will take over the pitching for the Nationals as we go to the 6th inning.
He kicks and deals. Fastball hit in the air right side. Chasing Zimmerman. Makes the catch up against the railing.
A swing and a miss. Rainey strikes him out.
Swing a line drive. Diving catch by Turner. The side retired. 1-1. Fastball driven to left. Soto ranging back toward the corner. Reaches out. Makes a catch. Struck him out swinging at a high fastball.
With 2 outs in the 8th, the Cardinals mounted one final attack.
Swing and a bullet into right center field.
Well, Daniel Hudson came into the game in the 8th inning for Sean Doolittle with 1 man on base, and he didn't really have his slider.
Oh, he hit him. Hudson hits Yadier Molina. And it is ball 4. And the bases are loaded for the Cardinals. Carpenter on the ground, right to Dozier. Oh, he bobbles, recovers, throws in time. Hudson survives the 8th.
Daniel Hudson, who got the final out of the 8th, starts the 9th. The Nationals 3 outs away from a first ever trip to the World Series.
As far as the 9th inning goes, I mean, at that point, you're counting outs. Daniel Hudson gets the first 2 outs pretty quickly.
Wong, a little flare. Soto will let it down. Wieters pops it up. 2 gone.
You can just taste it. You want that last out to happen. And as soon as the ball was hit, I knew it was going to be the last out.
The explosion of energy in Nationals Park was unbelievable, not only for the players, but for almost 44,000 people in the park.
The Washington Nationals are National League champions. There will be a World Series in D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, the MVP of the NLCS, Howie Kendrick. Congratulations.
I can truly say this is the best time of my career. The best moments of my career have happened this year.
That whole game, it was incredibly special, but it was more special because it was my dad's 94th birthday. We've been waiting a lifetime for this opportunity, and to be able to share this with him and our family was something you just can't put into words. It was my moment from the whole playoffs.
Often bumpy roads leads to beautiful places, and this is a beautiful place.
15 years in the making to get to that point, and it was truly amazing.
Kind of hit me at that moment that this was reality, and now we look forward to the next step.